Welcome to Power Talks with Santosa. Today we have with us a very special guest, the Minister of Tourism and Civil Aviation, Honorable Mrs. Hisila Yami. The birthplace of Lord Buddha and Goddess Sita, the land of Mount Everest, Himalayan range that hosts 8 out of 10 world's highest peaks, the second largest water resources in the world, the highest forest reserves, over 700 medicinal plants and thousands species of flora and fauna, from flatland Tarai to green hills, snow-capped mountains. Nepal is blessed with the world's richest resource and beauty to make it a world-class destination for tourism. Honorable Minister, you have recently launched Nepal Tourism Year 2011. What is this uniqueness and specialty of this project?
Well, when you talk about uniqueness, I think you forgot to add one more thing, is that recently there was this announcement made at global level that Brazil and Nepal are the two most adventure tourism destination that people should visit. So from that point of view, one more item in the tourism sector has been added, and that is adventure tourism. So from that point of view also, I would like to add that 2011 Nepal Tourism Year, it is very important to know the context under which this is taking place, because earlier in 1998, when Visit Nepal Year was being in the agenda, that time the state, the whole Nepal was under monolithic unitary state under the monarchical king. But today we are, flourishing under the very fact that we are democratic, going to federalism, and of course now it is a republic state. So from that point of view, the energy, the talent, the creativity of the people, which has been suppressed so far by the feudal structure, is now being unleashed. This country has been known as biodiverse, but people don't know that ethnically we are a very rich country. So from that point of view, 2011 is going to be much more richer event than.
Can I say that one of the specialty of 2011 project is that the conflict that we have, the new conflict we have about the problems with the ethnicity, is itself going to be converted into the positive aspect?
Yes, it should, because right now all the so-called conflict is in fact it's an initial stage of their identity. So it needs to be settled politically.
How hopeful are you that 2011 project will be successful, that it will work?
Yes, that's exactly, we are working very hard for it. In fact, we recently formed 14 committees and 5 regional committees. So from that point of view, this year is going to be much more enriching experience for the tourists to come.
Well, let's look at the examples from the past. In 1960s, the then Royal Nepal Airlines and Thai Airlines were launched almost at the same time. In 5 decades down the lane, Thai Airlines is one of the world's leading airline company, whereas now the Nepal Airlines Corporation is at the verge of collapse. Why is it so? Why is it that we always fail after launching successfully an international venture?
I think you should see that tourism is also related with the economic development of that country, you see. So from that point of view, I think Thailand is, economically, it's much at a better state than Nepal. And as I say, Nepal is, it went through 240 years of hardcore monarchical rule, where the creativity, the action, and the competence of the people were always discouraged, And that's why, with this aspiration, with the new political awakening, we are embarking upon economic revolution, we are saying, okay. So from that point of view, now you should see that Nepal Airlines, which had been having a cancerous kind of disease of always being mired with some corruption case or the other, this time we are buying new airplanes, 2 airplanes, for which the government is willing to stay as a guarantee, which is a very positive message for the tourism industry. So we are trying to make it as transparent as possible, and I'm trying to give some kind of emphasis to its regularity, and already the regularity of NEC is now picking up.
That's really encouraging. At the same time, the entire world saw something really terrible in terms of economy, that is the global economic crisis. And that certainly is going to block a lot of Western tourist inflow into Nepal. However, there is a great prospect, considering the population in India and China, and the 2 large countries being our neighbors, including South Asia as well. Are you looking into any prospects into bringing in tourists from the South Asia and neighboring countries?
That's a very good question. In fact, we had long thought about this idea before even the recession started. On the north we have China, and the south we have India. Both are, and in fact, doing very well economically. So from that point of view, already we feel that China is now looking more towards Buddhism as one aspect of religious tourism, and India, of course, historically it has always been the Hindu aspect of it. So whenever people say touristic destination, it's always Himalaya or mountains. Right. Nowhere you see the Tarai picture, and that's one of the reasons why the Taraians are in a movement. Yes. They are saying that they need to be recognized. So we are giving quite emphasis to that also. For the first time, from the ministerial level, the Nepal Airlines Corporation and private sector operators and Han Hotel Association are coming under one package. So already we have started this process, and similarly with China also we are having very good rapport with them. They are willing to give us free visa, and we are working on how we can interact because the people to people relation between Nepal and China has to go in par with people to people relation between Nepal and India, you see.
Last week I had the Sri Lankan ambassador on the show, and he was very happy about the deal that you did with the direct airlines of Sri Lanka coming into Nepal. It's encouraging that you have plans for combining India's and Nepal tourism together.
And both actually, in fact, with China also we would like to.
With China as well. Yeah. And in early 2000, when Indian government, the Ministry of Tourism launched Incredible India project, now they have about 5 million visitors from around the world every year. And with just one stop, single flight and short flight from India to Nepal, I mean, will there be any joint ventures, like a strong joint ventures of India and Nepal working together in the tourism sector to see how we can draw some of those tourists to Nepal as well? Because it will be cost effective for the tourist, and both the countries will benefit.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, the Incredible India is a very successful venture. In fact, they had a massive campaign, which was itself very showing the rich diversities and all that. We already, we get the benefit out of it in the terms of spillover that comes in. In fact, I am looking forward for ASA, Air Service Agreement with India. I talked to the ambassador of India, Mr. Sood, and then he was very encouraging that we should have a regional, we should have a cross-border flight, so that they can also take benefit, we can also take benefit. So we would like to share, because their cultural affinity also between the two countries, people-to-people relation is very nice.
As we all know, Nepal is blessed with amazing landscape and natural beauty, and we are a perfect destination for tourism. Yet we lack the physical infrastructures like the world-class international airport, 5-star service providing hotels, easy and safe accessibility to the tourist destinations. I mean, do you have any plans to build up on that and create a high-end tourism in Nepal?
Yeah, in fact, I would like to emphasize that this government has been very, very positive about tourism. Already in its economic agenda, tourism stands third after water resources. You must also know that we are soon having second international airport in the in Nisgar area, and then we are looking forward to see the regional airport coming in Pokhara, for which I have been visiting Pokhara quite often, and we have another coming in Lumbini area, Bhairava.
So we'll be seeing more international airports.
Yes, and then more accessibility, you can say.
We'll continue with our conversation after a short break.
Sure, certainly.
Do stay with us.